Hey guys, my name is Izzy. I'm the sales manager here at Black Label Automotive Group. And here we have a 2001 Toyota Soarer. I was the first Canadian owner of this vehicle. It's right-hand drive. It's got a 4.3 liter V8. It's a Lexus SC430. That's what it's based off of. It's only got 73,000 kilometers. I've had it for about 3 years until I traded in at the dealership that I work for. And yeah, this is pretty much my last ride with it. So let's go take this for a spin one last time. Now, how does this vehicle drive? It's probably one of the smoothest rides I've ever driven. I've driven a lot of cars. Now, obviously, I didn't own all of them. I worked for many dealerships, so every day I probably drove at least 6 to 8 different cars. Whether they were trade-ins, whether they were new cars, whether, you know, whatever they were. I've driven a lot of them. Driven everything from, you know, a Mitsubishi Mirage up to a Lamborghini, what's that one? Huracan. This has been the smoothest driving out of every single vehicle I've driven. Surprisingly. It's a 2001. We're in 2026. It's 25 years old now. So you'd think it's a 2001 suspension, whatever. I'm pretty sure this is the original suspension too. I don't think it was ever changed. And again, why fix something if it's not broke, right? Now, I get a lot of questions about the drivability of this thing. Mainly, is it weird to drive on the right-hand side? Honestly, no. Like, at the end of the day, you just get used to it. I think I got used to it after like 30 minutes of driving it. But otherwise, I've never scraped the rims. I've never, you know, I've never hit nothing with this vehicle. Obviously, I've had it for 4 years now. I didn't put too many kilometers on it. I got it at 73,000 kilometers, and right now it's at just sitting over 77,600. So I didn't put a whole lot of mileage on it. Majority of the trips on this vehicle was to Toronto or to London, so it was mostly long trips. Very, very minimal driving within the city. It's more of a Sunday cruiser. This is your Sunday, let me hit the golf course with this vehicle. Like it's that kind of vehicle. It's your grandpa's Sunday cruiser, basically. This is not fast by any means, so don't let that V8 fool you. This is a smooth riding V8, not a very fast V8. So the reason why I bought this car was because I've always wanted a convertible, and I was trying to find something that was in my budget. I was looking at a Mustang, but I wasn't really liking the Mustangs. I didn't like the body style. I was looking at a couple other, one of the ones I really liked was a BMW 435 X-Drive, because it was a hardtop convertible and it was all-wheel drive. So for me, if I'm gonna buy a convertible, it's gotta be a hardtop. And 435i was definitely out of my price range. I think at the time it was about 36 grand for like the cheapest one I saw with decent mileage was about $36,000. And I really did not want to get into a car loan or drop like, you know, almost $40,000 taxed in for just a convertible that I might drive here and there, right? So then I'm scrolling through Kijiji, Marketplace, basically every website, and I find something in Alberta, and this was listed by a JDM dealer. All they do is they just sell right-hand drive vehicles, and he was selling it out there, and I was like, you know what, this makes perfect sense. It's got 73,000 kilometers on it. It's a hardtop convertible, so why not just pull the trigger on that one? And I flew out there, pulled the trigger, paid it, and then had it shipped back to Toronto. Yeah, eventually I brought it over to Windsor and drove it around for a bit. I think Yeah, I drove it around for about 3 years. And what really attracted me to this vehicle was just the fact that you got that Toyota Lexus reliability. You have, again, back to the fact that hardtop convertible. That's a must for me. And this was my first V8 that I've ever owned personally. So it was kind of, it had a little bit of quirk to it. It had the V8 badge on it. I've always wanted a V8, never really got the chance to own one, and this was at the right price point, exactly what I was looking for. The mileage is another thing that kind of sold me on it, with it only having 73,000 kilometers. And that dealer, he had it in stock for like, I would like to say almost 8 to 9 months. So he was itching to get rid of it. So I kind of got myself a pretty good deal out of it. Now some of the things I'm gonna miss about this car, obviously first thing is the convertible and its right-hand drive. I think those two things are the main things I'm gonna miss about this vehicle. Driving, like the vehicle driving smooth, that's gonna be, I guess you could say, subjective. Because, you know, other people have driven other nicer cars and higher end cars, so maybe they think it might be more comfortable. But I think honestly, the two main things I'm gonna miss is the fact that it's a right-hand drive and it's a hardtop convertible, especially because summer's almost here and I'm not even gonna get a chance to drive it this summer, unfortunately. So, and I only put 4,000 kilometers in like 3 to 4 years. That's 1,000 kilometers a year. I didn't do nothing with this. So I wish I got the chance to drive it more, but I've been busy over the past couple of years as well, so never got a chance to. Never got the chance to really take it to its full potential, or really take it for like a nice road trip or anything. Never really experienced the open road with it. So some of the weird things I've noticed about this car so far, first thing is the parking sensor system. So if I have the parking sensor on and the second I turn on the vehicle, it's gonna start yelling at me in Japanese. I don't know what it's saying. I just turn it off, leave it off. I don't have to hear the Japanese lady yelling at me. Another thing I've noticed, all the buttons, I lied, not all the buttons, a lot of the buttons for the infotainment system are in Japanese. Like, I had to use Google Translate with the camera feature for me to decipher any of those words. But regardless, that system doesn't work for me because of again, it's a Japanese navigation. The radio signal will not really catch on to any Canadian bandwidths. And I'm assuming the reasoning for that is because, again, back to the fact that Japanese vehicle is not used or programmed or whatever to the Canadian US radio system or whatnot. But what I have kind of done to mitigate that or kind of overcome that issue is I put those Bluetooth FM transmitters and just connect my phone via Bluetooth, and now I got my own Bluetooth stereo system. Now another thing I've noticed, which I have no idea what it is, I'm pretty sure it's a flare gun. Or, sorry, now that I think about it, I don't think it's a flare gun. What it is it's a glass breaker. I've never seen it in any car other than this one. And the first when I saw it, I thought it was like some nitrous thing or some fire extinguisher or something, but it just turned out to be a glass breaking tool. Now, am I gonna miss this car? I think I definitely will, and I am gonna tell the customers that bought it that if they ever decide to sell it again in the future, that they should just give me a call and I'll probably buy it back. I will buy it back, to be honest, because again, it's such a unique vehicle. There's nothing I can ever complain about this vehicle. So that's the last drive with the Toyota Soarer. I'm gonna miss this thing. 4.3 liter V8, hardtop convertible. The summers were fun, but I think it's time to move on to something else. Sad to see it go, but I think the new owner is gonna love it. Well, we'll see you on the next one, guys.